Hello and welcome, I'm Monocommander, and here we talk about Magic the Gathering and the Commander format. I'm a French content creator, and today it's my first attempt to make a video both in French and in English with different audio. If you're an English speaker, I'm willing to make more of this type of video, so you can already subscribe. And if you like the video and if my accent is acceptable, you can tell me in the comments. Even if the previous videos were not in English, I can recommend you to watch my other video of Pas Vues, Pas Mauvaises, which talk about some underrated card in Commander. All the visual and name of the card in those videos are in English, so you can at least just scroll fast and see what card I'm talking about. So now we can start with the 28th episode of Pas Vues, Pas Mauvaises, and we cover a card for each color, and all of these cards are pretty budget. Today we start with green and Titania Song, an enchantment for 3 and a green, which you can play in many decks. Titania Song change all non-creature artifact into artifact creature with power and toughness equal to their mana value, and most importantly, they lose all abilities. A little bonus, if Titania Song leaves the battlefield, the effects stay until the end of turn. Titania Song is really a strong card in the format at the moment because of the number of artifacts tokens we have. Treasure, food, clues, and even the new blood ones. All those tokens becomes 0/0 and then cannot be used at all, and this effect is already fine for the card. But that's not it. Titania Song hate on a ton of excellent cards such as the Altar, Crackland Ironworks, equipments, artifact lands, staples like the Great Henge, combo piece like Etherflux Reservoir, and even all the mana rocks, turning them into useless vanilla creature. Add black or white, and you can kill them as creature to get rid of those artifacts for good. Move on to black, with a creature, Keeper of the Dead, which costs 2 black and makes it a little difficult to play in really colored decks. For 2, you got a 1/2 human and wizard, which are 2 good types. For black and tapping it, you can destroy target non-black creature. These effects also require a little condition. The controller of the creature you're targeting needs to have less creature cards than you in their graveyard. To make this work, you'll need to play the Keeper in a self-mill deck, which black loves, like CDC Brute Tyrant, Carador Ghost Chieftain, or Kolfenor the Last You. You can also just play the strong black cards like the Line of the Void or Dosi Voidwalker, which prevents your opponent to have cards in their graveyard, fulfilling the condition easily. This way you get a nice and repeatable removal. In a deck which focus a lot on creature, it's a really nice addition. Now moving to blue, with Interdict, a 2-cost instant that counter an activated ability from a land, a creature, an enchantment, or an artifact, as long as it's not a mana ability. Its strengths come from the fact you'll draw a card as it resolves, and you prevent that permanent user to use that permanent's abilities for the rest of the turn. This card is more a meta call than a card you put in any deck. It can shut down a lot of combos like Isochron Scepter's lines to maybe give you a turn or two and find answers. We can also list a few of the more popular commander with activated abilities like Kenrith, Sisei, Breya, Krenko, Najila, Urza, Osgir, Scarab God, Enge, Shatterfang, and I can keep going for a while. This card fits well in a spell deck because it replaces itself, and if your playgroup is a lot focusing on this type of combo. For red, a card more salty, Burning Sand is an enchantment for 5, which say, every time a creature dies, its controller needs to sacrifice a land. This effect is pretty simple, and it's pretty good in a control deck, or a deck where you offer some tokens to your opponents. In this type of decks, you can destroy all lands pretty fast, without hurting yourself, and then win fast. A small warning with the card, you will not have many friends after you played it a few. Shout out to decks like Lord Windgrace, which can abuse this card even more. Finally for white, a card which not see many plays, but it's a strong value piece and a combo piece. Enduring Renewal is an enchantment for 4. It has a pro and 2 cons. The first one is that you need to play with your hand revealed, which can telegraph your actions. The second one is that whenever you draw a card, if it's a creature, you need to put it into your graveyard instead of drawing it. But the pro is really good. Whenever a creature you control dies, you can return it to your hand. This last ability is really good. You can either play infinite loops with a sacrifice outlet like Phyrexian Altar to generate mana and some cheap creature. You can also play it into Reanimator strategy when you can self-mill creature with big CMC to reanimate them later. You can also just abuse it for value with like ETB and Sacrifice Outlet. Add some red or some other cards that will make you draw with impulsive draw or just put card in your hand. And you can neglect the first 2 cons of the card. This card is really strong into Aristocrat strategy, and I recommend you to play it more. This is it for this first attempt of a video in English. Please tell me in the comments if I need to articulate more or if I need to change some things about my accent. I know it's not perfect, I know it might seem weird for some people, but I really want to improve and provide you some content if you're not French speaker. Please subscribe to the channel if you liked what you watch. Don't forget to check out the other videos of the series even if you're not understanding well. And there will be more English videos soon. Have a good day, see you soon for another videos. It was Monocommander, bye.